Okay, so I figured I'd make one more video on this thing before I ship it out. It's going to a good home. But so in the previous video, I had mentioned that, or I kept mistakenly saying this was a Sharp chassis. This is in fact a however you pronounce it, Taxan, it's a Taxan chassis. Sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking, but this is a Taxan chassis, and it's dual res. The tube is made by Sharp, and I don't know if I went over everything on this cabinet last time. I know I went over a decent bit of things, but the speakers on these, there was a second revision, or I guess there's two variants of this, where the speaker is like one solid unit, and then the marquee attaches to the top like normal. But I figured I'd just like get a couple of corrections out, kind of follow up on this thing. We got some high-res photos taken of this panel, just in case you ever want to reproduce it or something. And definitely wanted to grab that because this control panel is pretty cool. It's actually screen printed to bare metal, so they put a white screen print on, or it's just like a painted metal plate, right? But then they screen printed the art onto it, which, I mean, it's not like the coolest art ever, but it's definitely really unique. You don't see anything like that very often. And let's see, the owner says they're going to take out a couple of these dents. There's not many, but there's a couple. So there's some right here, and there are some here. Whoops. This is actually the marquee. I just wrapped this up in cardboard, so we're gonna ship that to the buyer. I'll either keep it here or tuck it in behind this wood board. I'm probably gonna tuck it behind the wood board so it doesn't bang in to the chassis. Coin box, I don't know if I showed this before. Pretty basic. Most of this is just like sheet metal for the most part. Let's see. The tangs for the locks, I think I mentioned those were missing, but the latches inside, I believe, are there, if I recall. Yeah, they're in there. And then he'll just need to take these 90-degree brackets off or something, or just leave them there, I don't know. But, I think one other thing with this cabinet, there's no actual dents on this side, but I think, I don't think there are. Well, maybe there's one. But I think one other thing, if you look, the cabinet actually sits facing forwards. So I think there's some leg levelers missing on the bottom, I think. Oh yeah. You can't see that. But that's interesting. I wonder if the wheels, I bet you the wheels were added by an operator, because it never had any handles either. This is literally a towel rack that someone put on the back. And I wonder if the wheels were after the fact. They may have been. But, anyways, yeah. Coin meter says 10,486. And, I mean, it's really nice condition for what it is. And the cabinet is not from the 80s. This cabinet was probably from the early 90s. And it was made by Tokyo Chassis Co Ltd. I believe. You know, at least that's what people said the translation on this back plate is, which made me feel kind of dumb because I didn't even bother doing that yet. And let's see. Well, I guess it does have like handles. They're not very good handles. They're like way down there. But anyways, I figured I'd get an extra video taken on this before I ship it out. So we're gonna have this wrapped up today in cardboard and stretch film and have it shipped out. And some other things are getting shipped out as well. And eventually a lot of things are getting shipped out. So hopefully get all this done by the end of the month. And this here, this is going to be interesting because I'm going to be doing a video on this at some point. These cabinets, the new version Body 26 Candy from SNK, and these were originally metal dispensing Mahjong cabinets. So it's got this giant door on the front, and I don't know if I can show you right now, but maybe a little teaser. But it's got this big door on the front and a 2-tier shelf. Now I believe the top shelf was originally for the metal payout, and it would go through the slot here. Again, I don't know. There is zero info about these online. And I believe this was for the ashtray holder. But anyways, it's officially an SNK product. But it was made for Mahjong. Anyways, it's got a rotation mech. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. So I'll probably do a video on those eventually. The swing, I may unwrap it and give it a video, but I don't know. I spent a lot of time wrapping this. Same goes for this Status 25. Anyways, so all this cool stuff. That this guy is like super weird. I don't think I'll ever find one of these again. So it's going to a good home. Guy's gonna do a little bit of a restore to it as far as some of the paint and the dents, and then he's just gonna leave it alone. Oh, and the acrylic is gonna get recut. We were trying to get that done for him, but I'm just too swamped to even do that. So I just can't. I can't. He'd rather get it before I even have time to cut him new acrylic and do all that. So anyways, thought I would do a little follow-up video on this Tokyo Chassis Co Ltd 25-inch candy cabinet. There's no dates, so we're thinking it's like 1990, 1991, somewhere in that range. And yeah, it's an interesting little thing. And yep, I'll try to upload some more videos in the coming weeks when I get to this stuff. Might make a video on this too. I have a Konami Wendy here too. These are really cool. That one had some screen burn and stuff, but yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys around.